Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Okay. Well, you logged me in with your guy. What's his name?
Ray
Ray,
Davis.
that's right. All right. So
If
let's
his
go ahead.
if his wife's on as well, it's Kim.
Okay, Kim and Ray. Oh, I got the
Correct.
mortgage statement right here. All right, let's find out what's going on.
Come on, John.
Yep, I'm here.
Ray. Ray. Hello, Ray. Okay, hang on.
Yep.
I may have to do this because I tried to merge you in, and it's like I think he's Ray. You there? Let me call both of y'all. Let me just knock
Yep.
this out. All right, cool.
I'm here.
Hey, all right. Let me see if I can merge these
Yep.
calls. Ray. Yes.
There we go.
John.
Yep,
All right,
I'm here.
cool. All right, sweet.
Good morning, Ray. How are you?
Ray meet John. John meet Ray. There we go. Let's knock it out.
I'm doing well, John. How about you?
I'm doing damn good, my man. So what's going on with this property? I took a little bit of a look at it and whatnot. What's the story? Catch me up to speed.
Well, we've had it on the market for 17 months,
Oh boy.
so I'm looking for options.
Okay.
I mean, Caleb can attest to that the house is very nice. The property is very nice. We
Yep.
put about 20,000 into it. It's very clean. 3,800 square feet. It's on the golf course. You know, the property butts up to the 10th fairway. So, yeah, I mean, I bought it thinking that if at all, you know, the time came that we needed to sell it, that I wasn't, you know, near trailer trash or crackheads or, you know, chicken buildings.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Which is a common thing, as Caleb can tell you. You have $700,000 properties, and then right next to it, you have what I just described.
Right.
So, you know, we picked a gated community, golf community. It's actually better than when we first bought there. The guy, his name's Pete, is in charge of the clubhouse restaurant, is doing a great job with that. The golf course is really seen some improvements as well. The greens were all redone last year, and it's a golf course that in the mid '90s was on the PGA Tour. So a lot of people don't realize that. So it's a beautiful area and great neighbors, but we live in Ohio, so and as much as I've, you know, been able to pay for two homes for that length of time. Yeah, it's just my wife's tired of hearing about the Alabama house. So.
Yeah. So you tried to rent it out last year and no takers?
Really.
Oh.
Yeah, not really. I mean, the realtor I had said, "Why don't you try that?" And I mean, somebody wanted to rent it for like 2 months, you know, and I'm like, no.
Right.
And that was so. You know, I told her cannot pursue that any longer. I don't know if she left it listed as a rental property, but I told her not to list it as a rental property. So just because, then you have to deal with, repairs. And I mean, it's prime to sell. It's the lowest per square foot property in the 400 plus home area. And yeah, I mean, Caleb, I'm sure already told you, it's a nice house, nice property, but
it's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No repairs are needed. I mean, I can't tell anything. It looks perfect in the photos, but we haven't even had an offer on this house yet, right?
We did. We had an offer probably, and Caleb probably doesn't even know this, maybe. We had an offer months ago, but the guy came in at 530. I think I had it listed at 575 at the time because it was appraised a year ago, January, for 624. And so, I was just like, man, I'm already taking a beating, 50 grand. I'm not coming down from whatever it was, 575 to 530. And so, my wife, happy wife, happy life, she said, what is it that you would take, Ray? That's because I kind of handle everything. And I said, I'd sell it for 550. And so we countered, said 550, and the guy wouldn't even budge off of 530. So, so that was that.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm looking at the mortgage statement. We're at 4.75 interest rate. How much is the HOA? It's like $150 a month. Did I calculate that correct? Okay.
Yeah, and for me, it's a one-time. It's kind of weird. They do like a one-time $600 deal once a year, and then we pay $100 a month. So it's $1,200 plus $1,800 a month.
Oh, $1,800 a year. Okay.
And honestly, not Caleb, but John, I would pay for the first year at HOA for whoever. That's no big deal to me.
Okay. So if we were gonna buy this house subject to, because I think that's the only way that it makes sense. What are we looking to do as far as that? I would come in, I would pay Caleb's commission, I would pay all the closing costs and take over the payments, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. I'd take care of the HOA and whatnot. I need to do a little bit of due diligence because I don't know what the restrictions are. Like, would they prevent me from doing a short-term rental or anything like that, like Airbnb? Because that's kind of what I see the exit could be on this.
Sure. And it's prime golf
right
time right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that a course that you can play year-round, or you guys get snow in that area?
Yeah, they play it year-round.
Okay. It must be nice to live in America. I want to visit there someday. I told you I'm stuck here in the communist country of California. Yeah, me and Governor Hairgel. Okay, so
all your fast food restaurants are closing, I hear.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I might as well go get a job there. I mean, $20 an hour. That's not bad. That's not bad. Can I supersize that for you, Ray?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they've done a great job out here in communist California. Said nobody ever. But so you're just looking to get out of this thing without losing any more money, I'm hearing. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So you mentioned, John, closing costs. What is that? What do you mean?
Well, like the escrow fees. I don't know what it is specifically in your neck of the woods. Usually we guesstimate it's about 2%. Caleb, what are the closing costs in that area other than your realtor fees?
I mean, on average, 3.5%. Like, that's just a good ballpark, like the expectations.
Okay. So I'm not that smart. Let's see here.
Neither am I.
Let's see it. Let's call it 550, 3.5%. So basically,
19 grand.
yeah, 19 grand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it looks like, with your realtor fees and that, we're looking at, all in probably about, $40,000, $50,000. What would our next step be, Ray, if I could make this pencil? I don't know if this is a deal specifically for me solo or I'm going to bring a partner in. I've already asked a couple of guys. They're like, man, that thing is kind of out of the way. But they would come in as capital partners with me. I mean, in an ideal world, what would this deal look like?
Yeah, so I'm not a subject to expert. So for me, it's prime selling time too, right? For you, if you wanted to sell it. So for me, you definitely have the advantage taking away from Caleb and myself in selling it. I guess that's what subject to would describe is you have the option to do whatever with it you want. So
yeah, I don't know if we can sell it. I mean, it's been on the market for 17 months and we haven't had any offers, so I don't know if that is necessarily the exit strategy. It's not like I can fix it up and add any additional value. I'm really only able to either buy and hold this thing or turn it into a short-term rental. I wouldn't do a pad split or anything with it. It's either a short-term rental or putting a tenant in it. I've just got to get it to cash flow. What do you think the rents in the area would be?
So when they put it on the market, again, it was the realtor who suggested $4,500 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You could get $3,500 a month. I would think if you lowered it down to $3,500, I think that would be attractive because the Huntsville area. So there's this big thing called the Arsenal, okay, and they're all professional jobs at this Arsenal. It's a military, establishment where it has non-military people, professionals working at. It's where they make a lot of the rockets for the military. It's 20 minutes. From the first gate to the Arsenal is 20 minutes from this house. So, I think there's potential there. People that are making over $100,000, would pay $3,500 to rent this house.
Okay. So if I'm doing my math correctly, the mortgage on this house is, let's call it $330. I got $150 a month in HOA. That's $34.80. So I'd only be cash flowing $20 a month. So I got to figure out.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you being honest.
If I were renting it out.
Yeah.
But Caleb would know. He lives in the area. I only lived there for a year. So,
what do you do in Ohio for work?
So I manage automotive plants.
Oh, okay.
Automotive plants. So it's besides healthcare, it pays well.
Nice. So Caleb, what do you think? You think I could get at least $4,000 a month for this, so I can make it at least cash flow?
$4,000 a month. Let me look into that. I don't want to just say something.
Okay.
I'd love to say yes, but maybe it's kind of surprised me what people are willing to pay in rent, especially if it's in a transit community. But given its location, I'd have to look into that.
Okay, so we can table that. We'll table that for now. So, Ray, if I covered Caleb's commission and I covered the closing cost and took over the payments on this,
I'm not looking for anything.
Okay, so that would suffice. That's something that we can get done.
Yeah.
Okay, let me let me reach out to
I
my
know
team.
isn't normal for subject to, but I'm not looking for anything.
Okay.
So I just want to, you know, I don't want to dump the house. If you know,
Yeah, I would basically.
I guess I am dumping the house. But,
Well, I'm basically like a Band-Aid. I'm going to come in and stop your bleeding. So if the water heater goes out, the AC goes out, any of that
Right.
stuff goes out, that's my problem. That's no longer yours. I cover the taxes. Right. I cover the insurance.
Utilities.
Yeah, I cover all of that stuff. And then if I go and sell it eventually, then obviously, that would be one exit strategy. I'm just looking at the average home values in that area. It looks like it's just dumped since last year. It's down like 42%. The average home value in that area is $250,000. So we're usually buying them at the median home price or a little bit less. That's usually what makes it flow. I am interested, not because this thing's going to be a moneymaker for me. I want to help you out. And I am a Subto expert. I've closed deals in 26 out of the 50 states. I've done one other deal in Bama, so this would not add to my to the 27th state. But are you Roll Tide or are you a War Eagle, or you don't care and you're a Buckeye guy?
I am through and through a Buckeye.
I figured so.
85-year-old parents graduated from Ohio State, and I was the third of four boys, so I did not have a choice.
No, you would have been ended up at an orphanage, I'm sure. I get it.
Or a fire station.
Yeah, just left you there. Yeah, no doubt. All right, let me run some numbers, but I think we can get something on paper, and I can probably.
Honestly, John, my biggest concern was Caleb. I don't want him to. I'm a genuinely nice guy. I did not want him to lose out on a 3% commission on the sale of this house at $550,000.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever you guys agree to, I don't need to
No,
know.
I'll take care. I'll take care of Caleb. I'll make sure that he gets paid, and that we get this deal done. Let me talk to a couple of my folks, and then Caleb, I'll plan on calling you after 12 o'clock Pacific. It's the wife's birthday. I'm gonna take her for a couple of spa treatments this morning, and I'm gonna fire up my phone and make some phone calls. And then later this afternoon, we can put something on paper and get this thing into escrow. I'm pretty positive.
And I'm glad we had this because, and Ray, thank you. You don't have to do that. I appreciate if I could duplicate you as a client.
Right?
So when I was circled out in the neighborhood, I did run across some renters. So it's not out of the question that they were about to move. Maybe one or two of people that were renting in the area. I just need to find out about what they were paying.
Okay.
Okay. So they are renting in the community.
Perfect. Then let's figure out how to put this deal together. I'll reach out to a couple of my partners, and I would partner with them. I'd come in half and half with the get-in money, and then if you can bring us a renter, well, then we'll get you paid on that as well. We'll figure it out. I want to help. Ray stop bleeding, and then basically make Kim a happy wife, and we get a happy life, right? I know all about that.
John, some of the things that we were facing, the hurdles is, obviously there's interest rates just fine, but also there's new construction in the area that's unfinished and may or may not be finished. So it's kind of softly competing, but this house, Ray's house, is good to go. I mean, it is. It's a well done. It's a really, some houses you prefer to new construction, given the nature of new construction recently. This is a good house.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And to that as well, Caleb, John, just to kind of put your mind at ease a little bit more is it's on the golf course. So if you look at the houses that are on the golf course, I will tell you that my house is probably one of the least expensive houses. Most of them are quite a lot nicer than my house that are on the golf course. So, you know, those new builds are back in the holler. I mean, they're not even close to the clubhouse or the
Gotcha.
pool, or, you know, this house is across from the pool, walking distance to the clubhouse. I mean, it's like a block from the clubhouse, you know, you know, so it's, tennis courts. I mean, it's prime location. And, so, you know, looking at the other houses, it may look like, you know, this house is way overpriced, but it's not.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful house, and I mean, I've got a Ben Hogan tattoo on my calf, so I'm all about golf. I mean, you were kind of twisting my arm to leave this this Sunshine State and leave Governor Hairgel behind and come out there and live on a golf course. I can think of worse things to do with the rest of my life.
You know, it'd be a nice house.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me get to work, and then if you've got any additional questions, fire them off to Caleb, and then this afternoon I'll try to put something on paper, and we can get this thing in escrow sooner than later.
All right. Caleb, you want to hang on?
Sure.
Thanks, John.
All right, guys, take care. Appreciate the time. Thank you. Okay, so...